sa project ni Sir Mila. Hello guys, this piece is by Anton Demas. The painting shows a woman blinded by our current technology.
Kill him, ain't nobody give a fuck about a rule. Either get diplomas or a tool. I'm cool with my youngest no.
This piece by Vicente Silva Manansala. It shows the tradition of Filipinos in having family meals together and playing together as a complete family.
Motherfucking yo, man, I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking.
This piece by Rie Ilustre shows us the greatest musician of all time. He is Freddie Mercury, the leader of Queen, one of the most iconic rock bands in the 80s.
But you been a bitch, suck a thick cock, fuck a grip, walk, hit a strip like in Bangkok. Never ever see me ever trip, but a little brat. See me on the TV screaming, bitch, you a damn fraud. And you don't wanna fuck with a chicken like me. When I pull up in the Maserati, better duck for your brain spider on the concrete. I'ma hit you with a.
This piece by Rob Gonzalez shows a optical illusion.
Go right back with the clip, and I know you be shaking. Don't test me or I'ma just click at your noggin. Man, I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking pole. I'ma pull up with that stick and hit your motherfucking dough. Man, I don't give a fuck about a motherfucking pole. I'ma pull up with that stick and hit your motherfucking dough. Yeah.
Intramuros. Old World Intramuros is home to Spanish-era landmarks like Fort Santiago, with a large stone gate and a shrine to national hero Jose Rizal, the ornate Manila Cathedral, bronze carvings and stained glass windows, while the San Agustin Church Museum has religious artworks and statues. Spanish colonial furniture art fill Casa Manila Museum, and horse-drawn carriages ply area's cobblestone streets. Intramuros is also called the Walled City, and at the time of the Spanish Empire was synonymous to the city of Manila. Other towns located beyond walls referred as extramuros, the Latin word for outside walls. It was the seat of government and political power when the Philippines was a component realm of the Spanish Empire. It was also a center of religion, education, and economy. The standard way of life in Intramuros became the standard way of life throughout the Philippines. The Manila galleons, which sailed the Pacific for 250 years, carried goods to and from Intramuros, Manila. Construction of defensive walls was started by the Spanish imperial government in the late 16th century. The walled city was originally located along the shores of Manila Bay, south entrance to the Pasig River. Guarding the old city is Fort Santiago. It is citadel located at the mouth of the river. Land reclamation during the early 20th century subsequently obscured the walls and fort from churches, universities, houses, and government buildings, most of which dated back to the Spanish colonial period. Intramuros, particularly the Fort Santiago, was designated as a National Historical Landmark in 1951. The fortifications of Intramuros, collectively called Fortifications of Manila, were declared as natural cultural treasures by the National Museum of the Philippines, owing its architectural, scientific, and archaeological significance. San Agustin Church, a UNESCO World Heritage Site under the Baroque Churches of the Philippines, is located within the Intramuros. Goal 13, Climate Action. There is no country that is not experiencing the drastic effects of climate change. Greenhouse gas emissions are more than 50% higher than in 1990. Global warming is causing long-lasting changes to our climate system, which threatens irreversible consequences if we do not act. The annual average economic losses from climate-related disasters are in the hundreds of billions of dollars. This is not to mention the human impact of geophysical disasters, which are 91% climate-related, and which between 1998 and 2017 killed 1.3 million people and left 4.4 billion injured. The goal aims to mobilize $100 billion annually by 2020 to address the needs of developing countries to both adapt to climate change and invest in low-carbon development. Supporting vulnerable regions will directly contribute not only to Goal 13 but also to the other SDGs. These actions must also go in hand with efforts to integrate disasters risk measures, sustainable natural resource management, and the human security into national development strategies. It is still possible with strong political will, increased investment, and using existing technology to limit the increase in global mean temperature to 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, aiming at 1.5 degrees Celsius, but this requires urgent and ambitious collective action.
Good news para sa mag-aaral at magpapaaral ng college.
AMA 30K.
For all AMA college freshmen, only 30,000 pesos for 1 year.
Hello AMA.